Against the cold backdrop of Montecito, California's so-called queen faces a familiar storm. Not a tabloid whisper, but a thunderclap. Meghan Markle's polished image is unraveling fast, cracked open by a bombshell revelation from the man who once knew her best, her ex-husband, Trevor Engelson. The silence has finally broken, and what Trevor is revealing isn't just damaging, it's devastating. For years, Meghan curated a brand, victim, visionary, underdog turned duchess. But now Trevor is pulling back the curtain, and what lies behind it calls everything into question, even whether Meghan was ever a mother at all. He alleges Meghan had a hysterectomy during their marriage, rendering her biologically unable to have children. If true, it reignites long-whispered doubts. Were her royal pregnancies with Archie and Lilibet real or rehearsed? That question intensifies when paired with a now viral video allegedly filmed during Meghan's second pregnancy, a clip where the bump's absence is as loud as the music. For Trevor, who claims to have known about the hysterectomy firsthand, this wasn't speculation. It was personal. She told me it wasn't something she hid from me back then. Years later, he watched with disbelief as Meghan stepped onto the global stage, glowing, bump-cradled, headlines ablaze with royal baby joy. But Trevor wasn't smiling. He was confused. Was this a miracle or a masterclass in manipulation? According to him, the timing of Meghan's pregnancy announcements always seemed strategic. When negative headlines about feuds, walkouts, and diva behavior started circling, suddenly, baby news, a distraction, not a celebration. She used personal milestones to reset her public image. She did it in our marriage, too. Conspiracy theorists claim Meghan faked her pregnancies using prosthetic bumps while obsessively protecting her children's identities from public view. Trevor doesn't endorse the conspiracies, but he doesn't dismiss them either. He says the Meghan he knew could cry on cue, flip the script, and win any room with a well-timed tear. To him, her real talent wasn't acting. It was performance. Even Meghan's first boyfriend, Joshua Silverstein, steps in. Joshua we met doing theater camp. She rehearsed how her voice should break, when her eyes should glisten, how long to pause. It wasn't emotion, it was choreography. Trevor recalls watching her cradle her bump on red carpets, walk with that practiced, pregnant sway. It wasn't unfamiliar, it was déjà vu. She used to practice that for auditions. Walks, poses, expressions, all of it. And now, years later, he saw those same moves on the global stage. Trevor insists that Meghan's maternal glow wasn't about love, it was about brand building. Every outfit, every smile, every photo op, all part of a strategy. She knew the world adored mothers, and she knew how to play that part. He describes her transformation, soft, serene, maternal in public, but increasingly cold and calculated behind the scenes. The final straw? Meghan mailed her wedding ring back. No note, no goodbye. It was clinical. She didn't just leave me, she outgrew me. He also recalls her prepping for a pregnancy role years earlier, borrowing fake baby bumps, studying celebrity moms, posing in the mirror for authenticity. So when he later saw her pregnant in public, the resemblance was haunting. It was like watching a scene we'd already rehearsed. Word for word, pose for pose. He claims it wasn't motherhood, it was method acting. Trevor doesn't claim to know what's true about Archie or Lilibet, but he believes that Meghan's narrative has always served one goal: control of the story, of the spotlight, and of the people around her. At first, she's everything you want her to be, until everything becomes about her. He says the royals didn't turn cold because they didn't understand her, but because they finally did. After years of silence, Trevor finally speaks, not for revenge, but for truth. I let her control the narrative for too long. Now, people deserve to know the other side. From staged smiles to possibly staged pregnancies, Trevor Engelson offers a portrait of Meghan Markle not as a misunderstood royal, but as a woman who mastered the art of reinvention. Every chapter, every scene, every tear. And now the world is asking a question too big to ignore. What if it was never motherhood, but a royal performance all along?